Hello, good morning, and good news. So, version 87 just came out. I'm glad to say that the wiki class marks were not actually changed yet. They're actually apparently being held in place until something can be figured out for the whole, getting a billion pumpkins thing. But anyhow, let's just go down the patch notes here. So, slightly changed availability of late-game crafted weapons. Enemies will typically carry weapons found in recipe books like the blade, but not ones from Enchiridions. Weapons that spawn on enemies generally won't have castable spells, so that's pretty cool. That changes a lot of the late-game Templar fights, because when you go back at a high level, they're all friggin' casting all kinds of stuff from their weapons as their first move. It was a little bit goofy. Let's see, to follow level order better, some of those weapons swapped crafting books, so Enchiridion weapons will be higher level. Alright, that's pretty cool to see. See what's in there. Cost of most equipment readjusted to make more sense. Okie doke. Katetsu fans will now appear on enemies. See how that goes. I believe those are the iron fans. Vatvanga will appear on enemies as a low level dark staff, holds 3 times charge of 25 instead of 1 times. I actually haven't seen that, so we'll see what that is. Seems just like you're sacrificing your weapon potential for a better charge. It says low level dark staff, so I assume we'll run into that thing at some point. Blowgun weight reduced to 3. Perfect timing. Just got the cursed blowgun. One-handed fusils got 1 extra range, and their weight was reduced to 4. Fusils are somewhat stronger in general. Very happy about this, so looking forward to testing out the Fusilier squad, which I should probably test them on this next fight. Wormscale Helm will also appear on enemies alongside the rest of Wormscale gear, which is pretty awesome because that is already a 3-step process even after the crafting system got changed. Because you basically have to go make all the items for the first one, then essentially craft it into a different helmet, then make a few other parts, and then craft those into the final thing, so good to see that that's available again. Holy Crown won't appear on random enemies anymore, it has to be crafted. Well, I guess it's convenient that I have a friggin' pile of them now. Changed the Azure necklace restriction to male only. Crimson necklace is hardlocked to Kashua, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a weird thing where the Azure necklace could only be worn by girls for a little bit. But who knows, maybe Denim was just feeling particularly self-conscious after taking the thing off for the first time. Like, wow, I feel way more masculine not wearing this friggin' gold necklace. What else? Cursed weapons for categories with both 1- and 2-hand variants, like axes, will be one-handed now. We'll see how that works out for one-handed bows and crossbows. Alright, cool. 2-handed cursed weapons use a better damage formula. Alright, curious to see how that works. Actually, you know what? I can test out the Fusilier upgrades and can test out bows in this next one. Since I'm using a cursed bow on, what's her face? Aircell. Change crafting ingredients for some stat rings, like the Vitality Ring, from beast drops to gems. Okay, that's handy, because frankly going and getting some of those was a bit of a pain in the rear. Void Ring can be properly crafted. I still have not made that yet. Figure it out at some point. Actually, I can't believe that I still have not gotten some of the better jewelry books in this one, but somehow did in my other runs. Like, I had all these different jewelry books in this other one, and I can't figure out where the hell they came from. Which, to be fair, I should probably just look at the guide. Whatever. Simplified a few early game recipes and fixed one for the Godiva bow. Alright. Alright, consumables, Songstress, Astromancer, and Paladin class marks can't be crafted anymore. There's no need because they can't be bought in shops. Or there's no need because they can be bought in shop. Deneb's class mark can still be crafted for those that want to skip the pumpkin farming. It will remain so until I can reduce the number of required pumpkins from 30 to some less annoying number. Yes, because that took me 339 battles to go and farm out, and then I found out I had to do it before the dragons. Long story short, I'm very happy about this because I have Deneb, I just don't have her class mark, but I do have those 30 frickin' pumpkins. Actually, 32 of them at this point. I kid you not, that thing gave me dreams of finding pumpkins in random places. It was... oh. Anyway. Skills. Change the level availability for some skills. Neat. Standardized point cost for all skills based on earliest availability level. Alright. Guess that means you should be able to bank some points for those more expensive ones later. Removed Swiftfoot 1 and 2 from the game as an experiment. It was pretty much a reserved slot, so there's more room for other things now, so we'll see how that works out. I'm really curious to see how this goes, because, frankly, Swiftfoot was one of those things that you always put on somebody, so it seems like a big part of this mod is just taking out all those skills. There's like, why would you ever not use this, and then replacing them with something else. So good, that gives more choice. I personally like the removal of Swiftfoot because, well, you know, then you can go and spend those slots on something else. Actually, I already now had an excuse to go put Disarm on my remaining rogue. She will probably also get... Actually, you know what? No, she won't get turned into a weapon. Because of the upgrade on generic units, I think I was going to go and save the rest of the items for, well, just about anything else. Was basically going to go hire a bunch of sacrifices, more or less. Let's see. Classes. Movement range or movement type of all classes improved to compensate for the loss of Swiftfoot. Yes! For instance, Archer still has 4 move, but gained 1 extra jump, so he can reach good sniping spots easier. It will be adjusted further as needed, and that sounds amazing. Because then you could have archers that know how to climb stuff, because that was kind of their thing. They had to go and get up on good spots and all that. Dragoon gained access to Dragonfly, but lost Shatterscale. Those skills were way too situational and covered by... and are covered by Intimidate and Dispel instead, so... Alright, let's see what Dragonfly is in just a sec. Warlock gained access to Mind Blast, but lost Gorgon Key, same reason as above. Beast Tamer gained access to Feral Remedy and Catnip, but lost Repel Beast / Dragon. Lord gained access to all Empower and Bane skills except Evil's Bane instead of just some of them. Dragons gained access to Liftoff, but lost Dragon Scale. Basically, dragons can fly now, which is friggin' sweet. Hydras lost access to Dragon Scale, and they can't fly. They are sad, but they have 3 heads and lots of crazy attack power. Spells and active skills. Exorcism 1 and 2 can't miss anymore. They could sometimes miss on more evasive, undead-like ghosts, and oh my goodness, this is godsend right here. Because what I would do, I would go and send in my Fusiliers here, and they're at 50, so my clerics are, what, 24 now? So they went in, and they would have 55% accuracy on each thing, so there was really no option but just to save scum it, because they would miss 1 exorcism and suddenly everybody's back to life. So, anyway, that was awesome. That's all better now. Dispel also removes readied skills. Okay, that is a major improvement. Springboard and Teleport got 1 extra casting range. Teleport was indirectly buffed by base movement range increase because it never acknowledged the existence of exotic skills like Swiftfoot. Yeah, very true. A few times I used it, it was ridiculous. Touch skills cost reduced to 50 TP. Nice. Bane skills cost reduced to 60. Empower, a skill cost reduced to 40 TP and 15 RT. Origin Key changed to Mind Blast, a cheap long-range skill that does nominal magic damage but has a guaranteed knockback and RT delay. Ah, okay, cool. So they have a keep away move now. I'm gonna have to pop that on everyone. Heal Aura RT cost down to 15. Gives it a bit more usefulness. Princess's Whim cost reverted to 60. I believe it was up to 80 before, so sweet. More available now. Speedstar cost increased to 50. It's probably too easy to keep it up. And yeah, that was very true, because I would just take 1 shot with my rogues and they could go and repeatedly keep using Speedstar over and over. I just called them the Turbo Riot Cops. Shatter Scale changed to Dragonfly, pretty much a skill version of Springboard. Yeah, ripped Ignore Height from the FFT Dragoon. Well, that works. Friggin' awesome, plus it's a reference, why not? Plus I appreciate the pun. Dragon Scale changed to Liftoff, a skill that grants flight for dragons until the next turn. Hear that the Dwarf Labor Union and Gemcutter Guild are nothing short of appalled by that development. That is a reference to something that I don't know, unfortunately, but I'm sure probably a good joke in there. Repel Dragon changed to Feral Remedy, a melee range skill that heals a pet for 50% of max health and damages the user for 10%. It can't even turn to the Beastmaster Guild for help anymore, it seems. I expect a Dragoon's purse will soon jingle louder than his armor. Dang it, what is that? I know that I've heard that somewhere. Anyway, but no, that skill sounds really useful. Repel Beast changed to Catnip, a skill that grants Quicken to the pet. And then debuff items got their cost increased to 500, or actually I think decreased to 500, to be the same as buff items. So let's take a quick look at these. Actually, Gamp was not a trainer, was he? You know what? There's some point. I need somebody with some points here. You know what? Apathy. Let's quickly take a look at some stuff here. So, yeah, that's 50 now. 50 TP, so that's working normally. Swiftfoot got removed. Dang it, suddenly throat dried out. I'm gonna drop a quick save state here to just undo this stuff. So, let's take a look at the Dragoner, aka the Beast Tamer. Alright, so Feral Remedy, looks like that's at 18, Catnip is at 24. Oh, I can already use all these, good. Those sound much more useful. So yeah, basically getting up Catnip. That's pretty sweet. What else? Yeah, so those two sound very useful. I basically have a sort of semi-B team set up. Like, I have a A-team for the Fusiliers here. Okay, let's take a quick look at their rifles. Oh! I think they got like a 10 boost there. Let's take a look at this. Here, that's quite a bit more than before. I think this one was 83, if I recall. Yeah, Kuber is what used to be the Patila by the looks of it. Looks like Arquebus, Musket, Cavalier. Yeah, so this... the rifle jump for the later game rifles doesn't seem as severe, but we'll see how that goes for some of the other ones. Probably pick up the Shimaki on the way up. Kind of see how that goes. I was gonna pick up the Shimaki and the Petronel, as well as the Cursed Fusel, and then we'll just kind of see where that goes. Basically, what I was planning to do is have this guy be a Lord, have him use a one-handed spear, and then the Cursed Fusel, since that's a one-hander thing now. But, see how all that goes. What else? Oh! Now I know what the other thing was. Friggin', this amazingness. Mind Blast. Alright. This sounds friggin' incredible. Pop that somewhere, because you don't have Swiftfoot anymore. Oh yeah, Rudlum's a Lich now, so he's not getting that. No, I think I'm just gonna pop that on everyone. Can't pop it on you. We'll see if this carries over. Actually, you know what? Reset that because she is getting switched to a different class. So no, it's just going to be Ace with Mind Blast for now. Probably Ace and Bayon. Sorry for the resets there. Go, they can both earn it. Place that. There we are. Looking pretty good. So first things first. Let's compare. Let's no use for Rudlum here. You and for this first fight, I'm not actually intending to do anything, and it doesn't look like the enemy I needed spawned anyway. So I just want to test out how good Mind Blast and pistols are now. I don't have anyone fully set up to be a Beastmaster, so I'll probably be doing that on other floors. Okay, that range is looking pretty darn nice, and yeah. You know what? Their accuracy got boosted. I'm very certain their accuracy got boosted because I was getting, like, this right here, the 25% thing. I was just getting that on dang near everything with Ozil's. Okay. So I think accuracy got boosted. Power definitely did. Before he was doing 50 with almost no accuracy. I'll probably just get one kill off here. I'm gonna go backwards. You are actually gonna shoot Ace in the back of the head. So that he gets his TPs up. I think it was a TP move, right? We'll test out his toilet paper ability in just a moment. Mind Blast, there we go. First things first, I want to see if this works on dragons. Okay, it does not knock back dragons. This is just like straight up force push. Okay, does it... Nice. Okay, yes. That is really useful. So, basically that is going to be the ultimate win move for Palace of the Dead here. Anyway, we're going to be alright here, going to go ahead and retreat. Come back with a Fusilier squad, and come back with Aerosol. For multiple reasons, actually. Basically, these next two floors, 58 and 59, have the two-hand and one-hand cursed weapon, effectively. I'm going to keep my two staff healers. Put in Aerosol here. The better Fusiliers in the front of everything else. And okay, I think we got him to spawn. It needs to be a Dragoon with a two-handed weapon. Needs to have Chaotic and Patient. Well, Crimson Uchlan. And he's coming in with all his full, actual fitting equipment. How about that? Save there. Make cheapness. Now, this is the Valkyrie. Actually, wow. It does nothing against these guys. Okay. Never mind, that's apparently completely changed. What is your deal? Have you changed? Alright, I'm not sure how that's working. This thing was crazy damaging before. So, you're gonna go retire in your corner of sadness. I'm sure it'll be a lot better against squishy things. I mean, obviously that guy's very well armored up. That thing has almost no actual attack power to it. Obviously, the thing with the cursed weapons is if your stuff is higher than the other guy's stuff, then you're able to do a crap ton of damage. Okay. This is doing over 100 on armored targets. Got actual damage going on. Ooh. And can actually do similar damage against dragons. Nice. Here to stay out of dragon range. Hopefully we'll have enough people to be able to take this guy out. I think this right here will be our seed reset. Have her go hide in the corner. Go finish off this Dragoon. Item drop. Kinda hope that's one. War bonds are expensive. I come to think of it, aren't we supposed to be the ones paying out the war bonds? Are we able to redeem them? Because basically you're paying by this point, so... You stubborn bastard. And yeah. Resets galore. Thankfully, most of these cursed weapon fights have been pretty reasonable in terms of actually allowing the target to be reachable. A lot better than some of the crafting books, I have to say. Specifically, some of the ones in Farampa are just egregious. Just like, go take out this one guy and this mass of 20 guys, and then they always get to the bag before you do. Okay, well, at least he's dropping a lot of cards, so I guess we can probably take that as a sign that he'll end up dropping the dang thing. Hopefully he just has the one drop this time around. Okay, let's see if that's the one. Nope. So thankfully, Rakes is working on a patch down the line anyway, to guarantee drops of this kind of stuff. You know, for this exact reason, this should not be necessary to go get a bunch of stuff that you already know is there. Not to mention, it's one of these cases where it's not necessarily rare because it's rare to basically know where to get, and there's no way to know that it's going to be this particular guy or anything. You take your normal shot, and take 2 steps back. So we'll start her here. Hope you like the guy dying sound. Although, that being said, there was kind of a funny thing where apparently the wrong version that ended up using the exact same stuff spawned, for the instrument drop. That, or it just plain wasn't deciding to spawn in for me for whatever reason. Okay. Feels like a similar type of drop situation as there was for that. I think we'll get it. Basically, what didn't make sense in that case was that they weren't equipping that particular weapon. So that could have been the deciding factor. So far, well, with the exception for Vanilla Game and, you know, Boogeyman and stuff like that, they've been equipping the weapon that you get a cursed variant of, at the very least. Must have gone through the entire card deck by now. Wayne. Or every time I see that, I just hear a whole Dwayne thing from Mr. Ogre. Oh man, this one poor bastard. And don't blame me, blame RNG, buddy. This is getting a bit ridiculous. There we are, we got something. Gonna do a quick retreat here, see if it's the item, and there we go. Weird Monster Hunter looking sword. And, you know, I think gonna go ahead and reset that and then just keep the fight going as it is. Kind of fast forward through it. Because we can't really make any progress through this thing. It's this one, and then there's 59. There's no reason to actually complete 59. I just need to get the one-hander sword out of there. And then from there, actual progress the other way around. Here. Here. Oh, very unfortunately can just do nothing. Fancy bow, despite hitting twice, is hitting twice for nothing. Continue gunning these guys down. This is why I like the Fusilier run. You just set up these firing lines like this and then just call it a day. Because they would build up their points. The dead zone was taken away from these things, so you can basically just take a volley or two with everybody. And then from there, just use course correction the whole rest of the fight. Just pretty much sustains itself. You get a few people that will get up to 130 points. You can hop on course correction while also turning on... while also going and doing your charm move, so just hitting somebody with an attunement, and yeah, it's just over at that point. Everyone starts hitting each other, mass chaos ensues. Might as well get your bow skill up, because it's kind of amazing it's still only at 1. Or at 2, rather. As long as you don't take that bag, buddy, we are fine. Right. Go. Hop on a course correction. I'm not sure if she's one of the ones that has attunement. No, you have Gimlet. Might as well just have you fire on it. Right. Shoot at whatever, really. You have it. Yeah. What I do, pull everyone back. You just do a ton of damage to one, and because it's Bewitch, you can continue firing on said target, get their TP up, and then they'll basically go and use their super move on everyone, and yeah, outright chaos ensues. Pretty fantastic, actually. Thankfully, course correction is one of those things that just keeps sustaining itself. One of the few things that makes Fusiliers viable, because they're quite slow this time around. I think I'll just risk an attunement on you, because 6 points short. Currently, Lyndall has my only Cavalier. His unicorn horns were a little bit well, hard to find. Almost like they were attached to a unicorn or something. And I have yet to see a single friggin' unicorn. I think I finally ended up getting that thing from one of the temple bosses. There we go. And this is how you turn a bunch of dragons against each other. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. So now, as far as I can tell, Bewitch lasts somewhere between 0 to 2 turns. Not sure what what can be done to make it longer or shorter. Again, sometimes I've seen it just go and turn off the very second that it starts. So, hit somebody with it and then they'll immediately shake it off. You go for that bag. I see you eyeing that bag. Don't go for that bag. Okay, good. That dragon, though, the one in the back, the crystal thingy or whatever, you're gonna seat the Scaleless over there. Whatever his face is. Yeah, Onyx Dragon. Oh yeah, apparently, Aurelius, Ocean is apparently getting one of these friggin' things. That'll be pretty awesome. Okay. You, first of all, get reset. Gimlet, by the way, is just a flat-out RT reset move. Pretty darn amazing. So if you have somebody that you... like, if you have an entire line there that you absolutely need to hold off for another volley, you can just Gimlet everybody. It's fantastic! Probably Gimlet time. Oh, you know what? Keep shooting at this guy because he has to go away. Perhaps somebody will have an attunement for him. I think Hobrem still had his attunement on hand. And yeah, that -0 HP chance thing that I was confused by last time, that actually is just that double hit. Apparently that's just guaranteed proc that it does. This bastard. We'll see if that attunement causes him to go haywire and take that bag. Hopefully not. Fusiliers are one of those classes where if you have an evasive guy and a very tight bottleneck, you can pull off stuff like this. This map is pretty much just made for this kind of party. But 9 times out of 10, if you're not... oh crap, I forgot they can fly now. Make them dead, please. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, you will not actually be able to make everything go fast enough to be able to completely hold off the other guys. So you usually have to pick and choose and hopefully end the fight pretty quickly. And if you can't, well, you're a bit SOL at that point. That is bad. Alright, handy stuff. Now... charge, because you don't have enough for a speed up. Hopefully the spell for swiftness stays as it is. A little bit expensive. I'm gonna go ahead and Gimlet that first dragon over there. For health. And there's a chance to take him out so that we can get him off of our backs here. Because all it takes is one crit and somebody's off the cliff. I don't really know what I'm going for with these really petty hits that she's doing. Thankfully, it doesn't look like the AI is capable of using liftoff correctly. So liftoff, if you use it at the start of your turn, you can fly your dragons up to a specific spot. But since it fades at the following turn, it seems like they're just using it at the end of the round and that's it. Also, thankfully, it looks like they're avoiding that bag. Build up some points, shoot face. Could have a clear shot. Melody. It would be good for him to have that, but for now I need him bottlenecking again. There's a bad exact reason right there. Thank you for not using liftoff properly. Lelius is going to go back to killing her friend. Now, due to plink damage considerations, gonna be the next one to go. Even though we have one right up our friggin' butt here. Oh crap. Oh, wait. Okay, I can still do an awaken on him. I'll be fine. Holy boss. Holy boss. Oh, you dick. Nope. Well, so much for that then. There's much ado about nothing, so we're just gonna take our cursed two-hander and get the hell out. Then come back with a party that can actually deal with this effectively. Alright. Aerocel's out. You guys are out. Alright. Gonna have Sistina up front. Gonna have a crap ton of casters. So we're gonna have Ace. Have Ace and Eneb. Here. Puzzleston. Have Nopus and Cummings. That should be good. That way we have our one tile defended. Somebody that can pretty much never be hit. Ooh. Think about it. He drops another one. Well, then one of those versions is sold, basically. I assume it'll end up being the newer one that ends up sold. So these guys are going to sit back here because I can't actually afford to spend any more leaves on them for safety. If needed, Azelston can take over the frontliner role here. Get to it. Sistina here should be able to curve the ever-loving Christ out of anyone who comes close. Because, yeah, terrible accuracy on that tile. They didn't hit the guy. Her first miss in a very long time. In a lot of fights, I have her and Denim fighting together. He's good at keeping stuff away, she's good at taking care of anything that gets close. They make a good team. Vector. And then we should just be able to bottleneck this one to oblivion. This is one of the very few that have actually been very player defensive orientated. As in, you don't have to set up your walls or anything else. You don't have to set up your lines, it's just all done for you. I guess I felt it was worth a break eventually. There were a bunch of them. They had to go in with a bunch of knights and set up a bunch of defensive lines and everything. Pretty cool. Especially floor 16 was pretty awesome because there was like 3 separate lanes going on. I think I want to speed up Sistina. Don't know if I'll get a chance to use her blade focus at all. Gonna drop it. 3 elevation. Try this out. Basically free damage. Yeah, worth it. Where this could not have gotten patched on a better map to test this stuff out. You need some fastness going on. So you can actually cut stuff better. Get our little meat grinder going a bit faster. I'm pretty much just going to keep Aurelius around, trying to keep her charged up at 100, in case anyone goes down. And unfortunate. That is 2. There we are. Now, popping them on pillars like this, the lack of any kind of verticality on that move, can make it pretty darn broken. In the best way. That is impressive. Probably should have looked at that before I went and committed to it. Oh well. I'm gonna completely change my mind because Azel's here. Wait a second. Gonna hit some moves. He's nigh immune to damage anyway. One downside to this fight is it's painfully slow. I need to get Sistina up there to friggin' damage, and, well, she's stuck on that one tile. And she's got a two-hander, she's basically the only one that's going to be doing any kind of damage. In most of the fights that have involved these dragons in one form or another, they've been in pretty wide open areas, so you have a lot of people doing a lot of hits. You can make a lot of progress that way. I think we're just going to start speeding it up. Just sit here and resonate over and over and over and over and over. Stop trying to get around my saves coming, dang it. And you can hit. What the hell? Alright, what is your luck today, buddy? 5? Stars are uncertain it'll be a daily... Uncertain is right. Good lord, man. Like, all these 70 to 60 to 80% is just failing all over the place. Next round, we'll get an Inflagrante. We'll be able to finally go and have them go hurt each other. Let's do it. This one. About this one. Friggin' R. We're so slightly faster. Dragons are so slow to fight. Oh, crap. That thing reset his TP. That's what's going on here. I was gonna ask for a sec. Oh, you go hang out back here. I mean, as cool as Resonance is, it's just... it takes too long. Personal opinion there, probably, but... that whole animation for it, whenever they set up these fights, they set them up in a way that there's a crap ton of dragons in one place. They're doing this, like, stall-out tactic stuff, and... well... they'll just keep spamming that over and over. Bad luck. Come on. Hit the floor, can't even hit that. Yeah, the only reason I'm save scumming his shots, I know that they're supposed to be the low accuracy thing and all that. Basically, I'm just trying to speed this up. Wait. That's... fewer dragons, fewer friggin' resonances. More chance to go on and get that one-handed weapon. This isn't an ideal place for this healer. But I want to see if this is another cursed weapon. Yeah, it is. I'm converted to Goth. Bit of a bit of Words are hard. Bit of an MP saver there. And I'm just asking for him to get hit here, aren't I? Here, see if you can make the shot for me. Gonna hurt this one. Probably would even be better just going and poisoning him at this point. But I don't think I will. Oh, hell. Let's tip it, that guy. I'm gonna regret bringing you along, Camus. Good. Good. Finish off these slow as crap dragons, dang it. It's actually a little bit funny. So many hydras all over the place in POTD. Wonder if that was supposed to be your one hint to go and pick up a bunch of hydras to get through Deneb. For the life of me, I cannot figure out where the hell you were supposed to figure that out. Like, any part of it. Maybe it's a reference to another game. Charmed right before her turn. What? What? I thought that through. Aziston, you are our new front line. Congratulations, you got promoted. Wow. Fine. Dragon gun. Just kill. Finally, almost done with him. Ooh, this is a new one. Heaven to hell. I just want to see this one. Gerald. Get holied. Basically everyone are the closest to dying, so I'm gonna have him do a rending rushing gale. Maybe even, yeah, that feels like it would be better. Have you move on up here? I feel like that was a good decision. She should be just fine, even with her lowered accuracy. Probably a major heal 2 right here should solve everyone's problems. Except for Ace, but that's fine. Dude, Ace, you suck lately. I think I will change him into a weapon. He's been... I don't know, for some reason he severely dropped off in usefulness lately. Like, before he was pretty much on par with Deneb. It feels like as soon as he gained a level... You know, that's what it was. He still had his old levels. That's... Oh, it's weird. Did they seriously never gain a level at that point? Whatever. Move next to him so we can do an area heal. Oof. Nice. Wonderful. You know what? Why don't I just do that thing that I was saying I was gonna do? Yeah, that might be a way better idea. Nice. Oh. What is the benefit of Hydras at this point? They seem painfully weak. I know I saw one of their abilities and it was like some really devastating AoE move, but I don't really know what their deal is. Seems like they're weak to physical, weak to magical, everything really. His health wasn't low enough. God, he hit something on the first try. That's a miracle. My throat thing going on for whatever reasons. Everyone's critical. Surely we can just finish this. Hickory. You go here. Oh, you know what? Preempt. Thunder Beast. And then we'll call it there. Finally! Okay. Ooh, Frostbite Shield, that's a new one. Alright, Andy. Now, what are we looking for this one? Like one-hander sword, so Rune Fencer, Winged Chaotic Elevation Tool. Yeah, that'll probably be fine. Probably adjust based on what we see there. Oh boy. It's friggin' floor 2 map again. First off, elevation 12. Be right around here. Also, wide mat. You know what? This will be fine. Have Sistina on one side, have the others going everywhere else. We just got the same spawn. Kinda funny. I've gotten this far in, I still have no idea how I'm supposed to access the store. Because as I understand it, the stores are supposed to be on floors 25 and 50 or something like that. But they weren't, for whatever unknown reason. Alright, floor 12. One-hander, chaotic... Well, Spellblade, but same difference. Chaotic elevation 12, so that's our guy. Alright. Here's the deal. The entire party is going to go down except for Sistina, who's just going to take up a position right here and then just basically crit people off this cliff. That sounds like a plan. Expecting Azelston to carry the ever-loving crap out of a lot of things, but not this fight. Seems like to me mostly Canopus' deal. A fan of this man. Ghost army over there. Thankfully he's just running back and forth because I do not want to deal with all them guys right now. Those guys shouldn't even matter. I probably should have checked if they're even melee units. You are, so you'll get knocked off. And you are. Okay, no problem. Even if she gets frightened, she'll be fine. A low to no % chance. Yay! And I found war bonds. And apparently just sort of floating in the sludge. I mean, in general, this seems like it's actually going to be a really easy fight. We don't have that many casters. You know, I'm liking the extra movement on Azelston right now. It feels like he was really lacking before. Also, I'm a little bit surprised that I've gone this long with having Voltaire as a Terror Knight and having Diebold as a regular Knight. Nobody mentioning anything. I just kind of wound up that way because I ended up putting them into the party at different times. So I'm kind of happy with how they turned out, so I think I'm probably even going to leave them that way. Because I'm already using Voltaire as a regular Knight on my other run, and I don't want to confuse them. I want these two gone so I can go take out that fencer without worrying about it. Still used to calling them fencers. That Spellblade. This actually is a matter of convenience. He's basically serving himself up on a platter. Probably even go up and shackle him for the hell of it. Unfortunately, despite dozens of battles that Tammuz been in since he ended up getting the skill, I think he's actually gotten it up at all. It is locked down on. I mean, he's almost at rank 2. Quite there yet. Actually, this might be a better spot for you. He's got knockback, so there's a very good chance the kills on both those guys. That all pans out too. Worth it. That guy should just die to poison, so I'm dead. You need a gimlet, though. Arguably, Fata Morgana would have been better there to shut him off. I don't know. Is it gonna take with this guy? Very many, apparently. Nope. That was my bad. Diagonal from Olius, is this the one? No. Again, people did this without a fast forward button. I just want to reiterate. And thank you for your helmet, but I don't really want it. That's the thing. I mean, the fact that people even discovered this is amazing to me. Because how many runs and how many everythings did it take, you know? Dude, stop dropping your clothes. Drop that weird, bizarre sword thing you've got stashed away for some unknown reason. Have one! Have the other! Okay, fine, I'll give you both. Just stop killing me over and over. Have to do better than that. Sludge pile gonna be the one? My goodness. Drop your crap. I think I'm probably gonna skip the rest of these. The getting of them, that is. Because I want to get back to proper testing of this thing, so I think I'm just gonna speedrun everything down to Nibith. I'd probably show the Nibith fight, and, go from there. I'm running out of angles to kill you from. Jerk! Alright, this is the second to last tile now. It's actually available. Okay, last one, and now we'll... I guess we'll try hopping in still or something. Just drop a Hopongo. Again. But that change it. Changes the annoyance factor, that's what it does. Wait a second, I didn't pop Hopongo that time. Wait, yes I did. If you're fast enough, you can actually skip the next person's turn. A little bit annoying to do. Hey. Oh, right, that's what's going on. Sorry. Please be it. I mean, he's getting the right idea is the thing. Like, okay, they want a sword of some kind. He's not really getting the message of which one. Got the cursed one. Oh my goodness. Beyond silliness already. Alright, last one, and then I'm just gonna basically cut it off and keep redoing this without wasting any more time. This is getting a bit painful to watch, I'm sure. And I mean one more in terms of one more item bag. Please be the one. Alright, well, either way, I'll find it. I'll just come back once I've collected the rest of this crap.